I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Got it. Diamonds dancing on my neck. That is the vibe I'm on. Drip. Way too lit. Who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect. You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect. And my money long.
Welcome to another episode of A Dash of Lash. Yay! So for this episode, clearly it's such an important episode. Not only is it the season finale, but I have the person who influenced me the most, inspired me the most in the kitchen, my wonderful Nana. Thank you for coming to my kitchen, Nana.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, actually, I call her Nana. Y'all address her as Dr. Dion Griffin. Thank you.
Nana D is just fine.
Okay, y'all can call her Nana D, only because she said it's okay. Mm-hmm. But Nana, thank you so much for coming. So for this episode, I talked to you previously and I told you I wanted to make this so special. And my whole series, my whole journey of Dash of Lash, I've been I've been teaching everybody how to cook different recipes, specifically my recipes that I've came up with. And for this episode, I wanted you to teach me, just like you taught me all these years growing up. So I want you to explain to me what we're cooking today.
My pleasure.
All right.
Today we'll be making a peach and pear cobbler.
On today's menu, we'll be having a peach pear cobbler. And those ingredients are a can of sliced pears, a can of sliced peaches, sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, cornstarch, all-purpose flour, salt, sugar, butter Crisco, and water.
As she said, I've already passed on many of my recipes to her.
That's right.
A lot of times over the phone because she was always an athlete. We didn't get to start until after she moved out of the home. Mm-hmm. And so, as did I. So this is a peach and pear cobbler. And the reason we haven't taught her before, because I like her to come home for something. I want to be able to have something that she really loves.
Well, you taught me eggs growing up.
I know.
I started off with a little egg.
I know, you're right.
And I was a taste tester.
Oh yeah, you could do it all.
Okay.
You know, but you didn't have much time. You was a very good taste tester. Mm-hmm. But I reserved a couple of recipes because I wanted her to have to come to me to get it. So right. One thing is like the chicken tetrazzini. Mm-hmm. She loves that. I haven't taught her how to do that.
Yeah, I still don't know how to make that.
And that's by design. Eventually it'll come.
Gotcha.
And then also is the peach and pear cobbler, which is done from scratch. We make the crust from scratch. Everything is from scratch. We do use canned peaches and pears though. Okay. And so let's get started.
Okay, before we get started, we're gonna do two things. Okay. I'm gonna give you my apron, not this one, but I have one that says Lash Out. And then we're gonna wash our hands, so let me go ahead and get that for you.
Thank you, my dear.
All right, isn't it so cute, Nana? Look at it.
I love it.
Lash out.
Love it, yes, right.
So now we're gonna lash out in my kitchen.
All right.
Perfect.
You might think, why are you wearing jewels while you're in the kitchen? But
I don't think that.
Okay, well, some people may think that.
I don't think that at all,
some people may think that. However, we always leave the house. We look good, no matter what. And we learned that from my mother, my grandmother. So it goes back generations. So it didn't just
start.
And then
my mama look good, I look good.
Yes.
My kids gonna look good.
That's right. And so it's generational. And so if you look good, you feel good.
That's right.
And you do better in life, I think. You do things. So don't think we just did this just for today. It's every day. We try to look
daily.
good.
For those who know me personally, they know.
They know. That's true. Okay.
They know.
All right. Well, you got it honest.
Let's
okay.
wash our hands.
Yes.
Okay.
We've already put the peaches and pears, and it's just 1 can each of peaches, like 15 ounces. 1 can of peaches, 1 can of pears in heavy syrup. And you're just gonna cut that up with your knife. Just kind of dice it up with your knife.
Okay. While it's in there?
Yes. We try to save
Does it matter how do I need a knife to like?
No, just fine. Just chop, just cut, just cut. And you just want to dice those up so you won't have so many big pieces in the pie.
Oh my goodness, you're teaching me how to cook again.
Yes. And then you're gonna add your sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
So while I do this, I wanna know what influenced you. I know you said your mom taught you, but like what really got you in the kitchen and like truly enjoying how to cook and finding that passion? Because I've always said, I feel like this is an art.
Yes.
Like, so
right.
I wanna know your story.
Well, as you might know, I'm left-handed.
Yes, you
and
are.
I think left-handed people tend to be very creative a lot of times, and we are very multitask oriented. We can do many things well. I'm not trying to brag, but
I do many things well, and I'm right-handed.
You're right, but you're my granddaughter too. And so I didn't start cooking early in life, but I started once I went to college. And so I think that what I found out, I do like to eat too, though. I like to eat.
That's why I like to
eat. But I found out that I really enjoy feeding other people and seeing the joy in their face.
Yeah.
So I like for them to be happy, you know.
Right.
I like for them to be happy. So you might, whenever you came to visit Nana's house, when you woke up the next morning, you're gonna smell something.
Right.
I wanted to give you smells. I want you to have your aromas. She's gonna smell bacon. They use like sweet rice, eggs, biscuits.
I still do.
And so those are the things that I present. So I just want to bring joy, and I like to do that in the form of food. Because I think, we all have to eat, and so let's just make sure we enjoy it.
Right.
So I think that's how I really started. And so I just expounded on that and try to find out what are your favorites and try to make those the best you ever had.
Right.
So that's really.
And I enjoy hosting now too. Like that's a big part of, why I also like to cook. Like, because I always saw you every Sunday. Yeah. We would be over there after church. We going to Nana's house for Sunday dinner.
That's right.
So I just really enjoyed, not only fellowshipping, but fellowshipping through food. Eating.
Yes, that's right. That's
having a good time.
That's right. It brings joy.
It does. So
that's very good. That's excellent. So now you're going to add 5 tablespoons of butter. This
is good enough?
That's perfect.
Some of them not.
That's good. They don't have to be perfect.
Okay. I did
Peaches and pears.
Peaches and pears.
You're going to add 1 cup of sugar.
Okay, that's already 1 cup?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar.
You're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Okay, so cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yes, You're gonna stir it up.
With a whisk?
Nope, just with a spoon.
A big spoon or a little spoon?
A big spoon.
Okay.
There you go. Just a big spoon. I'll get your butter ready for you. Then you're gonna add 5 tablespoons of chip butter. Just chip it in. We don't want to melt the butter. We want it to be solid.
That
still.
Real soul food dessert.
This is again 5 tablespoons of butter.
Nana's kitchen.
Oh, also I'm gonna add. We preserve the juice from the can because we're gonna use that too.
Good to know.
We preserve the juice. We didn't throw it away.
So don't drain the juice
out.
Right.
That's correct.
Put it in a different container.
That's correct. That's correct. Here's your 5 tablespoons of butter.
So we just gonna put that in there
add that in there. And stir that up. You can use salted or unsalted butter, whichever your preference is. And we're almost done with the filling. And then we'll start on the crust.
So I've been asking everybody this season, what has been your favorite childhood food growing up, or just like a memory you have in the kitchen growing up? I want to know both. What was your favorite food growing up and your favorite childhood memory in the kitchen that you can recall?
My favorite food is German chocolate cake. T-bone steak. A T-bone steak.
No, as a kid you like T-bone steak? I know now you do.
I'm from Kansas.
I know.
Kansas,
Wichita, Kansas.
One thing that's big in Kansas is beef.
Okay.
And my father was a butcher and he owned a salon.
I didn't even know he was a butcher.
So we always, and there were 8 kids. So we would always buy and slaughter a cow.
Wow.
Slaughter the cow. So we would always have so much food. We had steaks and hamburger and everything that comes from a cow. So my favorite was T-bone. Not that we had it often, but on your birthday you could have whatever meat you want, and I would always choose a T-bone steak.
Wow. For your birthday?
Yes, for my birthday. So that's my favorite food. Anything that my grandmother from Louisiana would make was just phenomenal. She could make a liver taste like steak. It was just phenomenal. Yes, and so
I told you I got that Creole in my blood. Okay,
and luckily
Louisiana.
luckily I'm not very picky. I love all foods. Unlike current days, our parents didn't say, do you want some of this? Would you like some of that?
Oh, what do you want for dinner? I'm not gonna say that to my kids. You eat all your food before you get up. Period.
That's right. We didn't have an option. We had to eat whatever was prepared.
Right.
And I had to eat it. And luckily I loved everything except turnips at the time. I like them now. And squash I did not like. But I still had to eat them. But I do love them both now.
Wow.
Turnips. So I think I was just happy to get a plate with 8 kids. You know, I was just happy to get a full plate of food, where you know, so I wouldn't be hungry,
right?
Because there's a lot of kids in our house, and so we just made sure that we ate. You know,
and it was 6 girls and then 2 boys. The last 2.
That's correct.
My aunts and
very
uncles.
Good.
My great aunts and uncles.
That's very good.
Wow.
Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. No, well, in a minute, not in here, but we're going to mix that with the with the juice. We're going to mix that with the juice.
Put the juice.
Let me see.
In the cornstarch.
Yeah, you always add liquid to dry. Liquid to dry. And why is that?
Oh, okay. Yes. So it won't clump up.
That's right. So it won't clump. Right. And
that's a good little chef.
You always dry to liquid.
And then put the dry ingredients in the bowl first. And then
you put gradually, and you can just stir it with a fork.
I'm gonna actually pour my left hand stir. See, I can do stuff with my left hand.
Oh yeah. You had to dribble with both hands, didn't you?
Sure did, but I didn't.
See, if you had just dumped the cornstarch in there, it would just clunked up. It would not have. You want to kind of making a paste.
Whip it up, whip it up, whip it up. Hey, hey.
You're kind of making a paste. See how that's working? That's it. Thank you. And we always want to try to keep your kitchen clean as you work, because your food's going to taste better with a great presentation.
So very much
we kind of clean as we go.
Okay. Okay. So I think I did a great job.
And so now you're just going to pour. Now you're just going to pour the syrup back into the
mixture in there.
There you go. And that is
so again, this is the remaining juice from the peaches and pears.
Correct.
And
you
the
reserved.
Cornstarch, yes, that we reserved, and now we're putting it.
And cornstarch is like a thickening agent, so it's gonna make the broth a little bit thicker, and so that's why we put cornstarch in there.
Okay.
And I don't know if I ever told you why I started making peach and pear. When I was in college,
because you're the only person I know that makes peach and pear.
Yeah.
Which I
took a class in college, and we all had to make a 2-crust pie. And
really,
prior to that, I had only known about a peach pie, like peach cobbler or apple pie. And 2 people were already doing that.
Apple pie's so good too. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So 2 people. Apple pie is really good.
I love the apple pie.
You already know how to make that.
Yes, I do.
So, we had to make a 2-crust pie, and no 2 kitchens could make the same thing. So, someone was making peach, someone was making apple. So I said, I'll make pear.
Okay. So you did just the pear, for college?
All pear. And it was the #1 hit. Everyone loved it the most. And so from that point on, I knew I still wanted peaches. So I just started doing peaches and pears.
I love that.
I started doing peaches.
Okay, so you got me this bowl.
And we're going to make 2 crusts.
2 crusts.
A 2-crust pie. And the reason why we have to start with 2
crusts. So
crusts.
like layered or just at the bottom and then the top?
Yes.
Gotcha.
We're going to put it on the bottom and a little bit around the sides.
Okay.
And then we're going to lattice the top. And the reason why we're doing that is because so many people will just take your crust and not eat the fruit. And so they want more crust. So I figured that out after time.
So wait. You said lattice the top?
Yeah, we're going to lattice. I'm going to show you how to strip lattice.
Oh, like the shoom.
Right. That's right. You got a little flavor too.
Okay, I got you.
So we're going to add the flour to your bowl.
Flour.
That's 2 cups of flour.
Okay.
3/4 teaspoon of salt.
3/4
teaspoon of
salt. Okay.
And you mix those together. Let me find something for you to mix it with.
A whisk.
You just,
So flour and salt.
Flour and salt. And this is a pastry blender.
Okay.
Because you have to add shortening to the flour and salt.
Yes.
And so that doesn't work well with a spoon or anything. So you have to get something with a sharp edge, and this is called a pastry blender. Or you can use a food processor if you have one.
Okay.
And you're going to add 5 tablespoons.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, no, I'm sorry, 2/3 cup.
Okay, just kidding.
Which is more. 2/3 cup. Yeah, it was 5 tablespoons. 2/3 cup of butter flavored Crisco.
Okay, Crisco.
Butter flavored Crisco. And the reason when you don't just use butter, you can use butter sometimes, but it won't be as flaky.
Okay.
You know I love butter on everything, but this is better with this. So this is already 2/3 cup, so you just
cutting it and putting it in. I'm still using the whisk?
Nope.
I was gonna say, that's gonna stick.
Nope.
Okay.
You're gonna use your pastry blender. Okay. This is where your lesson's really coming, because you've never done this before.
So just like a little.
Yeah, just kind of mix it in, like that. Scrape it off the side, and then take this and like that, Yeah, keep doing it. Very good. We'll take the knife and scrape it back down.
Ooh, that noise. My teeth.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness, no.
You know how like people rub balloons together? I can't. That's like.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait. Okay.
Okay, you do it. You do it.
Because.
We'll get a rubber scraper. That's what the rubber scraper is for.
You know what sound I make that people probably don't like when I be on TV? I'll be like,
yes, it's pretty loud. It's pretty loud.
But I don't mind that.
Okay,
but
scrape it with this. Scrape with this. Okay. It shouldn't make that sound. That better?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Nina.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Care about my well-being.
Yes. You're gonna keep doing that, and you want to make this the size of like small English peas, like pea size. So see, there's too many clunks right there now. See those clunks? You want to?
I'm not done.
No, I know, but I was letting you know what our desired look is.
Peas, not peas.
Yeah, peas. So you have to scrape it again. You have to keep scraping that off because the shortening is going to stick to your pastry blender. You have to have some ice water. So I'm going to get you some ice water.
How much ice water?
About 4 or 5 tablespoons full.
Okay. So Nana,
You doing perfect.
I know you whip it up in the kitchen, but you were a great athlete yourself. It's like moi, but
It was fun. It was fun.
You got all the
I play
records.
tennis every day.
I know my Nana is the bomb.com. She still plays tennis. They
walk
win
my
all
dog.
the time. Walk their dog. And then my papa will swim. So my grandparents are nice and fit, and I love it.
Yes.
And
Try to be a good
in
example.
Shape. That's right. And competitive.
That's true. Not as much as they used to be. That's good. That's perfect. It's perfect. That's perfect. So now we're going to just add 1 tablespoon of ice cold water. 1 tablespoon at a time.
What's this called again?
Pastry blender.
Pastry blender.
And if you didn't have one, you could use, you would really hate this. You could use 2 knives and cut like that. Just cut it across. If you didn't have a pastry blender,
I'll just buy
I'm
the
just
press
giving
at
them
that point.
I mean, just in case someone doesn't
I'm
have
just
one,
messing,
and they might want a pie at 2:00 in the morning, and they can't go get a pastry blender, you can
That's
use.
good to know.
You can use 2 knives and just cut across like that.
Okay.
But you might hear that sound.
Yeah.
So then now you just add 1 tablespoon of water,
1.
just 1 at a time.
Right.
In other words, we don't just pour it in there.
Okay.
And the reason why you don't know the
5.
exact amount, you can do 4, start with 4.
Okay.
Because it depends on sometimes the altitude, the temperature in the house.
That's right.
And so things change when you're making crust
Okay, that's
and when
4.
you're making yeast rolls. Okay, go ahead and stir that up. So you're gonna start forming that with your hands. See how it's making a crust? Was that 4 tablespoons? Okay, go ahead. Now touch it with your hand. You're gonna have to touch it with your hand so you can see if it's where you want it to be.
What's your favorite meal to cook now? Wait, what am I doing? Just pressing?
Yeah, you're pressing to see if it's forming together. It is. Okay. You're forming it together. So I think that's perfect. So you're gonna scrape it all. You're gonna. That's good.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna go onto our cabinet.
So what did you say? You said
We're trying to.
you said scrape this and form.
Yeah, we're gonna try to form a ball.
Okay.
So we're trying to see if we need any more water. See if it's too crumbly. If it is too crumbly, you don't want to put too much water either. So
We might need a little water.
Might need 1 more, right? I agree. I was gonna see if you ascertain that. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay, yeah. What's your favorite meal to cook now?
Whatever anybody wants.
Oh,
Whatever
great
anybody
answer.
wants. It really is. As I like my own cooking, I like my food.
Okay.
And so,
I know that's right.
so therefore I like to host Thanksgiving because I want my own cornbread dressing.
Right.
I want my own macaroni and cheese.
That's right.
I want my own sweet potato casserole, and I want my own collard greens mixed with mustard greens, mixed with turnip greens, with smoked turkey.
Yep.
Smoked turkey. So I like my food, and so I like to cook. So
Making me hungry. Okay.
okay, perfect. So now we're gonna just prepare. This is already clean. We've already cleaned the cabinet. We're putting a little flour here
Okay.
so we can roll it out. And then we put a
That's
little.
all we need? Is that much?
Just, yeah, that's more than we need. We just need enough to keep this from being
So dump
wet.
this on there?
Yep. And make a ball. Yep. Very good. Get all these crumbs. Try not to get too much of the flour around there because we don't want to dry the crust out.
Okay, let me do it.
Okay.
So what
I'm
you need
just
me to
making
do?
sure. Make a ball.
You said don't do those crumbs?
Yeah, you gotta get the crumbs too. But I said don't
But not
don't
the
add a lot of
flour.
flour.
Yeah,
Don't add
yeah.
a lot of extra flour.
It's a little baby crumbs.
Because even though once we want all the crust, because everybody loves crust. So So I try to keep all of it, okay? You can pick it up with your hands. It's a good ball, perfect. Get these. Okay, you can just wet your hands with the water. Remember, the water's gonna help us keep it together, right? We don't need a whole full tablespoon, but you might just wanna touch your fingers. There you go. Get a little bit like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
But we don't wanna dry it out. Okay, so just to sit it down, we're gonna split it in half because we're gonna have 2 crusts. If you were doing 1 crust pie, you would've just made half of this.
Right, okay.
But usually the one I make is 6 times this.
Cut it in half?
Yeah, we're just gonna split it in half. Doesn't have to be exactly half. And then take that half. We're just gonna put this half to the side. And we're gonna put a little more flour down here. So we're gonna roll that out. So what we're gonna do now is we're putting the crust for the bottom of the pan, okay? So we're just gonna roll that out with your rolling pin.
Oh.
Your rolling pin.
But make sure it's
that's
just
good.
there.
Yep, that's good.
Yay!
And then put some flour on the rolling pin. All of it. Yeah, with your hand. Yeah, there you go, like that. There you go. Gotta touch it sometimes. You gotta get dirty.
I ain't good.
Nope, you're not.
So just go for it.
Yeah, go forward and back. Yes, like that. Not too hard because it's gonna stick to the bottom. Yep, like that. And go the other way.
Does it matter that it?
No, we're gonna straighten it out later. Because you want to get it about 1/8 thick. So you don't want it too thick because it's gonna rise a little bit when you put it in the oven. So
are we making a square?
Yeah, we're trying to make it
a little bit. I made it for you.
Oh, I love you too. Like this here, we can kind of, right here, see, a little bit. And it doesn't have to look perfect, but we can perfectly piece it together, you know. So sometimes it doesn't come out perfect here, but we'll take those pieces and we can mold it together and make it look perfect. Okay, so now what we're gonna try to do is you gotta slowly start lifting this up.
Oh, this going at the bottom of the pan?
Correct.
Do we need to put anything on the pan?
No, ma'am.
All right.
So you just want to slide. See, if you try to pick this whole thing up, it might stick to the cabinet. So you just want to ease it up gently all the way around the sides.
Oh, I see.
And get a little air under there.
Yeah.
Got it? You did such a good job.
Oh, thank you. You're a great teacher.
And we're just going to put it as far in the middle as we can. And then now you're going to just take it. We don't want it all the way up. We just want it to cover the bottom all the way and spread it up the side some. Because again, this is additional crust. This is when I made that A+ in my class, I didn't have any bottom crust. I just learned that most people want more crust. So I give them more crust. So see how this side has more? You can just take this side, you can take some of that and piece it right over there. Like I said, it's like Play-Doh almost. You're just gonna piece that over there just to make it a little more. We don't care how pretty it is because it's gonna be covered up.
And this at the bottom, right?
Yes, just spread it up. Even though we cooked the pie on 375 for 45 minutes, we're going to just put this in the oven for 5 minutes on 400, just so it won't be soggy. Here's the fork. Whenever you're doing a bottom crust with nothing in it, you want to just poke it with a fork, because otherwise the whole thing will bubble up.
Just all around?
Just quick, just, like that. Just giving it a little air.
On the sides too, or just the bottom?
Just a little bit, it doesn't matter. That's good, very good. And that goes in the oven for 5 minutes.
Oh. At 400?
400. We already preheated the oven, but now we're gonna do the lattice.
Right.
Get the strips ready. So now we take the other half, and we need 8 strips out of this. We're almost done. Okay. So
8?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, so use this now?
Yep, always. You gotta use your rolling pin. And sometimes it's gonna take more than one attempt, because we'll get what we can. Go forward, back, and then come sideways, go sideways. There you go. So now we'll cut that edge off. We're gonna use it again though. Let's put it to the side. Then you're gonna make just like 1-inch strips, straight down.
About right here?
That's one.
Just like that. 8?
Yeah, but we're probably gonna get 6 out here, then we're gonna have to ball it up again.
Okay.
We're not gonna be able to get 8 at one time. Very good. And if you really wanted to be perfect, you could get a ruler, but you know, this is good enough. It's gonna taste the same. Okay, so now to get this up, I'll just show you how to do one. Okay, so we're gonna take this excess, scrape that up.
And that little excess,
right.
put it together.
Yep, because it's gonna make our other 2 strips. That over there. And then to get it up, you just slowly. My left hand, better on this up here. Just scrape a little bit at a time so it comes up.
Okay.
And we just loosen that up.
Right.
Very good, Ariel.
Oh, thank you. I'm Chef Lash.
I mean, Chef Lash. I know,
Thank
Chef
you.
Lash.
Thank you.
Got to get used to that. I love it. I love your cooking.
We
though.
get used to
I love
it.
your cooking. I mean, I think with your generation and with you as a professional athlete, you eat healthier than we ate. You know, we don't put butter on everything.
Right.
Your proteins are different, you know, and so you have salmon, you have more fish, you have more quinoa. We never heard of quinoa coming up. We don't have the other grains that you have, and so it's healthy. So it's really good for you to mix the old with the new.
Right.
And so I like learning from you too. And so that's why I learned your protein bowl. Your protein bowl that you taught me, I've been doing it ever since. Yeah, the protein bowl. You taught me what I was in the salmon.
So the protein bowl, I put rice. I usually do white rice. I like to mix a lot of cilantro in my rice. That's just a go-to, but you don't have to. You can do white rice, brown rice, your preference. Then I chop up some lettuce and I sprinkle that on there. And then I do red onions. I do some chives. I boil eggs and chop those up, usually 2, put that on there. Your choice of protein, so you can do shrimp, salmon, you could do steak. I've done steak, yeah, honestly, whatever you like. And then I put a little sriracha mayo on top and then sprinkle it with cilantro again. And that's how I make my protein
outstanding.
bowls.
It's
really, really
outstanding.
good.
Very
really,
good.
really good.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Nana. Oh, I've done crab meat too on there. That's pretty good.
I think our 5 minutes is just about up. So now you're gonna pour your filling in there.
Okay, I just don't want it to fall.
Pour your filling.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Just the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the whole thing.
Wow. Does the butter need to be?
You just spread out. That's good. But we still wouldn't want to melt it. We want it to melt on its own.
Right, because I just realized it's chunks of butter.
Yes, it's chunks of butter.
We did unsalt it for this one.
That's very good. Okay, now we're gonna just lattice the top. And it's an 8 by 8, so it's the same on each side.
But I like when Thanksgiving and all the big holidays usually do a big pan.
Yes.
So do you just double?
Yes, you could double this for a 13 by 9. You could double it.
Okay.
But we usually have a lasagna size pan, so I have to quadruple it. Oh, good. The only reason that's coming up that easy because I already put some air under there. Okay.
You got it.
So let's just go.
Let you do it first.
Okay, we're gonna do 5 here. We're not gonna. Oh, I'm gonna hot. That's hot. Yeah, that's hot. Remember?
Where'd my little
Here it
thing
is.
go? Oh my
hot.
goodness.
So we're not gonna come all the way down because we're gonna lattice it. So we're just gonna put that up there so we can put right. So we're gonna do that there.
Okay, I see you.
Then we're gonna. The next one will go all the way down.
Lattice.
Lattice.
Like Gladys Knight? Or that's Gladys Knight.
You know, that's what it's called when you have a crisscross top. So it's called a lattice. And you can look up how to lattice them too easily.
Like a basket.
Yes, like a basket weave.
Yes.
So this one we're gonna keep half up, and this one all the way down. The next one half up.
All the way down, half up, all the way down.
Can you smell it?
Okay, let me do it.
Okay. So okay, good. Okay, go ahead. Just put a little bit over.
Scoot it over a little bit,
No,
or no?
that's good. No, I said over. Smash it down. There you go.
And then just go ahead and gently.
Yes.
This one about to
It's okay.
collapse.
It's okay. What would you do if it broke?
I can just pinch it, add a little water.
That's it.
I'm good.
That's it. That's right.
I'm a quick
Okay,
learner.
now you need this one. And this one we're gonna
Is
bring
this
all the
one
way
already?
down.
Oh, could have used the knife.
Either one.
I don't wanna hear
Smells
that noise.
good.
It does.
Right here. And it didn't take too long. Sometimes you like to get up in the morning before everybody else is up, and when they wake up, what they smell.
We got that.
They're gonna smell. Okay, so then we would put this on top of a cookie sheet.
Let me grab this because it's hot.
Okay,
still.
top of a cookie sheet.
Be careful, Nana.
I know, I think your hands get tougher. and then you pop it in the oven for 375 for 45 minutes.
All right. Yeah.
So what do you think about making a peach and pear cobbler?
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait to taste it, which I've already tasted plenty of yours before, but I want to see how I did and if it's as good as yours.
One of the things that I think that's important to me is that I pass on recipes that are fail-proof. So I usually have taken hours and hours
Oh, you
of
already
time
tried it
to
multiple
try things
times
multiple times.
Yep.
And ironed out all the kinks.
Okay.
So that when I pass a recipe on, I've already decided 1.5 cups of cheese is better than 1 cup of cheese.
Right.
I've already decided that 6 tablespoons of butter is better than 3 tablespoons of butter. So I probably made it 10 times before I passed that recipe on.
So a lot of trial and
Yes.
error.
Yes.
Not much error, but like,
Yeah, just
Just
make
trying
it
to
better.
see what-
just make
what
it
works.
Just make it better.
right. So we don't need any of this.
No, we're good.
All right. We're done with it.
So
Now, smells delicious. We got that. Nana, I would love for you to do the honors
all right,
and cut it
cut the first slice.
and put it in there.
I'll be happy.
Can you make my plate?
I love to make your plate.
Please.
Even when she comes home now, I make her plate.
Yeah, definitely. Nana,
She gets to sit down and relax.
I'm hungry.
Yep. She gets to sit down and relax. You see the juice?
But you do that with everybody. Do you need a spoon? Like a,
Yeah, I'm gonna use. I think the spatula's gonna work.
okay. Even when I have like guests come over or my boyfriend, like she'll make us all plates. She's so sweet. Ooh, look at that. Ooh.
And the juices will get thicker
Oh
as
my
it
gosh,
sits.
that looks so good.
The juices will get thicker as it sits.
All right, Nana, we did it. Look how good it looks.
You did it. You did it.
We
Good
did
job.
it.
Good
Thank
job.
you so much for teaching me this recipe.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be cooking it all the time.
Thank you for being willing to learn.
Of course.
Everyone's not willing to learn, so
this means
I'm
a lot.
very
It
proud
really
of you.
does. And I just really appreciate you for like influencing me. I'm not gonna cry, but I am so appreciative of you, and I appreciate all that you do.
Oh, sweetheart, you're such a great learner and such a great listener. You're my angel. So happy to have you. So happy. Honestly, she always makes me feel like $1,000,000.
Okay, now that I got these tears out my eyes and the waterworks, we're done. Now we actually have to taste it. Like, that's the best part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reward yourself for all of that wonderful preparation and cooking.
You
So
did a
let's-
great job. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Hold on, let's do a little cheers with our spoons.
Okay, with our spoon? Okay.
Make it cute.
You get the crust?
I did get some crust. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
If you did that,
Do your little cooking
you did that.
dance.
I can't do all that, but it's good. It's good.
Yes, you can.
It's very good.
Okay, do like a hip bump. There we
I
go.
can do that.
It's so good. Well,
did
thank
your
you guys.
job.
Thank you for tuning in for the entire season of Dash of Lash. And we had a great time. We learned a lot of recipes. I hope y'all learned the recipes. But my Nana, she took home the finale. We did a great job.
took it home.
And I just want to say thank you for following along with this journey of mine. And I will see you next season, okay?
Next season.
Lash
Thank you.
out.
Lash out.
That's right.
Long.